Episode 56, Gospel Diaries. Tyrone Block.
Welcome to Gospel Diaries. Listen, this is a show with content from my heart to yours to feed that your exquisite appetite for gospel music, for music history, as well as the greatest music in the entire world, gospel
and you know
music.
And you know that.
And we're in the city of Chicago, the Mecca, the home of gospel music, and I'm so excited, elated to be sitting here with someone who has inspired some of the greatest choir masters, some of the greatest groups of our time. And I'm talking about none other than, it's okay if I call you Professor today?
No, you can call me Tyrone, man.
Tyrone Block.
That's like Tyrone. Like,
how are you doing?
I can't complain. How about yourself, man?
I'm so blessed to be sitting here with you finally, man.
No, I'm the one blessed.
Oh, man.
The honor. It's an honor, for real.
All my life, I have heard stories of how you have influenced so many directors, and of course, you know Ricky Diller. He talks about it all the time.
Rick started out with me, yeah.
So let's kind of delve into your humble beginnings, man. Okay. So are you a west side, a south side, or a north side?
I'm a west suburbanite.
What suburb was that?
Maywood.
Maywood.
Yeah.
So talk about your humble beginnings.
Maywood, born in 1960.
What church?
First Baptist Church of Merrill's Park, which is another suburb of, of Chicago. And went there, left there, went to Proviso Louise High School, and did a year at Triton College, did a year at Columbia College, and then that was it.
Wow. Yeah. So how did you fit music in as a child?
Music, well, in high school, I was, they have what they call the Madrigal Singers, and then the concert choir. I was a member of that, so that kind of influenced the more professional era, because before that, of course, I was with the church and things, and so, yeah.
Wow. So were you instrumental at First Baptist?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was actually over the youth choir there. I was over the youth choir there, 115 boys youth choir.
Really?
Yeah, and we were part of the National Baptist Convention. So from that, actually, my first time ever winning anything and getting acknowledged for being a director, I won an award for being the Sally Martin award for being the best choir director in the Midwest.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So who else was instrumental to you at First Baptist, or did you find other people outside of First Baptist?
There was, I call him my goddads, Deacon Clarence Whaley, who was actually a big influence. So he's like my dad. He's gone on, to be with the Lord now. And then from being down there, a lot of the members of First Baptist were actually members of the Tommies, like our musician Michael Payton and some of the singers and stuff. So I kind of got that influence from going down there to musicals and stuff, watching George Mays. So those were actually my main.
And actually, shout out to George Mays. George Mays is actually still alive.
Yeah, I know.
So we definitely pay homage to
most definitely
to his incredible work.
That's the originator right there, George Mays. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about because I know there's another side of you. You dance a bit, right?
I knew you were going to say that. I knew what you were going to bring up. I knew you were going to bring it up. Okay. I actually, in high school, I was a soul trained dancer. Actually, that's what Donna Cornelius had started the Chicago, here. Well, everybody knows it started here in Chicago. But when he left and went to start to California, he had a guy named Clinton Gent take over. And so we were regulars on there to Chicago. And we were actually asked to go to California, but my mother wasn't having that. Mom wasn't having that.
Wow. Well, I just want to have a quick soft opening introduction, and we'll be right back, Gospel Diary, with some more.
All right.
Everywhere
Welcome back to Gospel Diaries.
Hey.
I am still with the one and only brother Tyrone Block. You know what's incredible to me?
What's that?
It's like, I think I may have heard you on the radio before, but I don't think I ever seen like a sit-down interview with you. I don't think I have.
I don't know.
I haven't.
You
seen
interviewed
one.
me once before.
Well, but that was on the phone.
Okay, right, that was
but
on the phone.
I haven't seen a video interview with you. So
And you're probably right. This will be the first.
Kind of incredible.
Yeah, kind of just thought about it. This will be the first. Yeah.
So okay, so you was a soul trained dancer.
Yeah.
How did you get hooked up with that?
Well, it was a volunteer. You know, you call
you
in.
didn't get no ducats for that?
No. Wait, they didn't get no ducats for the one in California, but they got chicken dinners.
Okay,
but we're gonna leave that alone.
How long did you kind of stay in that vein?
I did soul training for like 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, for like 2 years.
Yeah. Did you meet any celebrities? Like, did you get any relationships?
Well, at the time when we were there at Soul Train, I'm trying to think. You're probably not familiar with Jermaine Stewart.
I heard his
Okay,
name.
Jermaine
Back
Stewart.
in the 80s star.
Yeah, he was there. He was in high school during that time, and it was a girl by the name of Madam Butterfly. I don't know what her real name is, but then Jermaine ended up going on to California. So then that was, that's pretty much the start of that.
Let's get back to gospel, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so first of all, how long did you stay at First Baptist?
Oh man, I was at
Are
First.
You still there?
No,
Okay.
No. I was at First Baptist. Oh God, 1965. Mm-hmm. Yes, 65. Mm-hmm. Up until 78.
78. Okay.
Yeah, when I graduated from high school. 78, and then I left there and went to Christ Tabernacle from 78 up until.
Wait, you're going too fast.
Okay, I'm going to take you fast. I'm sorry. Okay,
let's take it by steps.
Let's stay there. Okay, I'm sorry. I move fast. If you notice, I talk fast too. So.
Let's get to Christ Tabernacle.
Okay. Moving slow. Okay, I got you.
How did the roads lead to Christ Tabernacle?
Like I said, just like I said, going down there on Sunday nights for the broadcast, and like I said, some of the choir members from First Baptist were a part of the Tommies. So I was kind of, and then the Tommies would always come to First Baptist and do a concert. So I got the chance to, meet Pastor Brunson and Jesse Dixon at the time, and from that, when I left First Baptist, I ended up going to Christ Tabernacle.
But you know what? I think we need to go back a bit because you started your group before you got with LSD.
Yes.
Love.
Salvation. Devotion.
Don't have me shouting it.
Okay, right. The love of God, the salvation through His Son Jesus is devoted to the cause of His souls.
So what year did you start the group?
LSD started in 76.
76. And
we were high school.
What was the vision initially for the group?
We were it was the three of us, Cynthia Truss, Gail Terry, and myself. I was the choir director, Gail was a pianist, and Cynthia was an organist. And we just wanted to sing.
Really?
We were in love with what was the group, BCLNS Singers?
Yeah!
At that time, we were
absolutely.
in love with them. So we were doing a lot of that stuff.
Cheryl, and Carl.
Right, Brenda, Cheryl, and Carl. And then that's when Andre Krause was pretty hot. He had kind of changed the scene. So we were mostly doing most of their music.
So it was a small ensemble, right?
Three people.
Just three people? Give me those names one more time.
Gail Terry.
Is she still alive?
Yes, she is. Okay. She's an attorney in D.C.
Shout out to Gail Terry.
She's an attorney. Then Cynthia, she's actually Cynthia Stargale now. Okay. She's in Atlanta.
What was the name when she was singing?
Trust.
Shout out to Cynthia Trust. Okay,
right,
and then just...
and myself. Right. Tyrone Block.
And the musicians?
That was it. They were the two musicians, piano and organist, and me.
But it has grown over time now.
Oh yeah, it's grown
like
a lot.
Almost like a choir now.
Well,
in a sense, ensemble, right?
Well, actually, we went from the 3 to like about 20 voice choir.
Wow.
And then we cut it down because, at that time, it was a new thing coming up. Matter of fact, that's when the Hawkins family was hot. So I was like, let's try what they're doing. And so we kind of did the Hawkins thing, and so and we've been like that. From singing at this church, and these people see me and they grab me.
Recommendation.
Right, pretty much.
What they say, we come to this church on letter of recommendation.
Okay, pretty much, right. They don't do that no more, huh? Not the way people church. Tyrone, shut up, you talk too much.
I did some work with Keith Pringle.
Yeah, we actually toured with Keith Pringle when he did the Perfect Peace Project. We actually had the opportunity, Shelby Wills,
yes,
Greg Cooper, and Rodney Posey. They were putting the show on. No, it's another Rodney Posey. Actually, Rodney, he's passed, actually.
Okay.
But they were putting on the show at Cosmo when Cosmo was on Cottage Grove. And they were bringing in Keith Pringle because he had just did the Perfect Peace album. And so, he was out doing a promotional thing. They needed some background singers. So they called LSD, because at that time we were kind of singing around the city pretty much. So everybody, let's get LSD. So we started singing with him, and Keith was like, hey, I want y'all to go on the road with me.
Really?
So we toured with Keith for about 2, maybe 3 years.
And then also, too, I was just scrolling through YouTube as I love to do.
Okay, right.
And I came across a Saturday Night Sing episode where Keith Pringle was the guest.
Right.
And guess who was the background?
That's right. That was LSD then.
And then Ricky Dilla.
And Ricky was singing. That's why I said Ricky started with me.
Yeah.
Ricky.
Keep you in perfect peace. Oh, yes, he will. Those that are going through something, I dare you just to praise him right now. Whatever your problem is, sicknesses, problem in your homes, praise him right now. Oh, just keep your mind to stay on him. Some of you say, Keith, I've been praying a long time. And don't seem like the Lord is going to answer me. But the earth is the Lord. That's why we can ask him for what we want. And the fullness thereof. The world and they that dwell therein. All belongs to him who has made. Because he wants me. For those who think you're bound tonight, so why should I? It's no need of you being bound today. When God has already set you free. When God has set me free. So why should I be bound? When my Jesus died for you and me. This is what he did for me.
He started out with
So how did he approach you? Did he approach you?
No, actually, Greg Cooper brought Ricky to LSD.
So talk about that.
At that time, I was really the only one singing with LSD. I mean, I was the only guy because I never directed LSD. It was always, So Greg said, maybe I'm going to get another guy to help you out. And he introduced me to Ricky. And from that point, it was a marriage.
And how long did you all work together with
Ricky,
LSD?
Oh, God, Ricky stayed with LSD 10 years or more.
Jesus, so he traveled with y'all.
Yeah, he traveled with Ricky was a part of LSD up until I think maybe his 3rd album with New G.
So he was had New G and still. That means you were inspirational to him for real.
Actually, when he was doing the house music, we did some of the background work on it.
On that album?
Yeah, that was LSD doing background.
I'm trying to think of one song. What was it? Love Don't Cost a Dime? Or
he did. What did he do? The tune that was most popular was the remake of Stevie Wonder's "Ass," as always.
Yeah, but it was another one. It was something about you lied through your teeth or something.
Why did you do me wrong? I'll never understand. I've got control now, it's all in my hands. You hyped me up and then you let me down. You said you'd be there, I never came around. Each time I think of all the things you said, my heart gets happy.
You lift me up and let me down. What you
I don't know. He did so many.
No, sound like that. But I like that album.
I'm saying, don't listen to that stuff. And I'm a real house here too. Okay, like can you tell?
Okay, so let's gear our attention towards the Thompson Community Singers because that is where.
Okay. Okay. That was a whole other world. Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
came to the Tommies in 1976. And then I left because I was intimidated.
Really?
I was intimidated. You know.
Wait, say that again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was intimidated when I first joined the Tommies because everybody there were professional. I was still in high school. Matter of fact, I was the youngest thing in the Tommies and stuff. Matter of fact, that's where I met Calvin Bridges.
The guy that's sitting right next to me. I'm like, go ahead. Matter of fact, can we scan the audience on our episode?
He gave me my first song that I sang with the Tommies.
Matter of fact, that's it right there. Say hello to the people.
Hey people, how y'all doing?
We got all these people here. This is gonna be a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
I tell everybody that's my big bro. For
Okay.
real. That's my big bro for real.
All right. So, left when you first joined, and then how did you come back?
Actually, Jesse sent for me.
Jesse Dixon.
He sent for me because a friend of mine, Ernie, Dr. Ernie Taylor, who's actually over Broadview Baptist, anyway, he said, Jesse wants you to come back to rehearsal. And I was like, okay. So I came back to rehearsal, and at that point, Jesse was writing a song. Well, no, he wasn't writing a song. There was a song by a country artist by Ronnie Millsap. And he was teaching to the choir. And he's like, I need somebody to sing a song. And I was sitting back in the back. I never intended on singing.
Right.
And that was my audition to the choir. He had me come up and sing the song.
Wow. Now let's talk about your. So what year did you rejoin and stay?
77. I wasn't going that long.
Okay, so 77. So that means you was on the. You was on the album with "Come On In This."
Yeah, It's Gonna Rain. I'd actually directed then.
And
It's Gonna Rain.
if I'm not mistaken, that's him on piano.
That's what I'm saying.
That is.
Because the reality, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell this or not, Calvin. I was actually singing "See So Much" that's on that album.
Use what?
I led the song "See So Much" that was on that album.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it's recorded.
Well, if you listen to it, you'll hear me in the overdubs. Okay, back in the day, you do overdubs like this. But actually, my first song was "Sing to the Power of the Lord Come Down." Calvin wrote. I would say would be the Through God's Eyes.
Really?
Because we ended up doing it because we never recorded like in the. We always did our sessions on Friday nights, but this particular session they was trying to hurry up to get the album done, so we did it on a Wednesday night. And
A live recording.
A
right?
live recording.
Okay.
All our albums were live.
Yeah.
And on this particular day, I think it was like 110 degrees. Christ Tabernacle didn't have air conditioning. Okay, go figure. Okay, so and it was on a Wednesday night. So that was a big
But y'all
moment.
made it. Y'all made it happen.
Oh yeah, that was a hot session.
Reverend Milton Brunson, like to see you both on stage together, it melted. First of all, I know it melted my heart, so ain't no telling how many other people it inspired. So let's talk about that connection.
Pastor Brunson was like Dad.
Really?
He was really like a father, seriously. Seriously, I can go in the office and talk to him, He would call, we'd talk to each other all the time. It was always communication with us. And then with me being the minister of music at the church as well, so, we just had a connection.
And then also, you got a chance to, I think you all was nominated for a Grammy for the Christ Tabernacle album.
Yeah, Christ T was
What was the name
nominated.
of that album?
Reverend Milton Brunson presents Tyrone Block in the Christ Tabernacle Combined Choir.
What was that first song on there?
He'll Make a Way.
No,
The very first song?
the first song on there.
Renew My Spirit.
No, it's
or either
like
We Come to Worship Christ.
We Come to Worship
Okay,
Christ.
right. Yeah, because right after we did it in New Direction.
Man, we were, the whole city was on fire with that album in your name.
It was great. It was great because, just the fact that he trusted me enough, because he gave me full reign, because I'm the type of person that you already respect your leadership, submissive to your leadership and stuff. And I remember times I would go to him, hey, Pastor, we got to engage. He goes, what you telling me for? You over the choir, you gonna do it. I know you're gonna do right.
Right.
So we actually did 2 albums,
Yeah, you did do too. Yeah. Well, Tyrone Block, man, we're gonna have fun. I mean, I've had a blast with you. Of course, we're gonna have some musical intermissions between. But you stick around for a little while. Okay. And like I say always, love on someone and change a life.
All right.
I can praise him. I will praise you for who you are and what you've done. I will praise you for every battle that you won. Praise you when the sun goes up. Praise you when the sun goes up. Praise you when the sun goes down. Praise you in the midst of the storm.
with the happiest time. Praise you forever and ever. I will praise you.
Yes, I will.
Praise you for who you are and what you've done.
I will praise you.
I will praise you.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Praise you
For every battle that you won.
every battle that you won.
Yeah, praise you when the sun goes up. Praise you when the sun goes down. Yes, I will. I will. Praise you. Yes, I will.
Forever and ever. I will.
Praise you when the sun goes up. Praise you when the sun goes down.